So here's a question. How much are these video game publishers paying Conan to do these Clueless Gamer episodes? Because the last two I've seen were terrible. So about a month ago, he did one with Will Arnett in which they played the game ARMS for Nintendo Switch. For the majority of the episode, it was just the two of them insulting each other. And while they did show gameplay footage, to me it didn't give any impression about the game at all. Like, I have a hard time seeing what any Conan viewers would get out of the episode, game-wise. I even doubt that anyone would be able to pick out the game after seeing it for the first time on that programming. Whereas I've seen in past episodes like Mortal Kombat, they were able to put emphasis on the game and draw attention to a memorable moment. In the Mortal Kombat episode specifically, Rob Gronkowski performed a fatality and Marshawn Lynch flipped out at it. But you had no moments like that for ARMS. And so now, just yesterday, in the newest episode of Clueless Gamer, Conan is playing Cuphead with Kate Upton, which is great drawing power, but this episode shows even less of the game than ARMS did. They spend almost no time talking about the game, presumably because of the gameplay style. It's a 2D run-and-gun Contra-style shooter. So what are they going to really talk about between the two of them? Instead, the whole episode is about Conan hitting on Kate Upton, trying to create these awkward moments, and they come off as very uncomfortable, so much that I saw people blaming Kate Upton for her inability to go along with all of it. Like she was a bad actor or a bad comedian. I think more than anything, it was a very bad choice of a game to try to feature on that show. First of all, it's probably very boring to watch. Watching people dodge things and die over and over again, not very watchable. Second, for a couple people who don't really play games, they're not going to be able to explain or talk about anything on screen at all. So they can't even come up with interesting dialogue, or point out anything interesting that's going on screen. And lastly, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Cuphead only digital right now? So there's not a big likelihood that they're going to be walking around in their Best Buy and see the game on a shelf and think to themselves, oh yeah, I remember seeing that game, let me pick that up. So I'm really curious as to how much return these video game publishers are getting for an appearance on Conan. Does it actually help sales or market awareness? The ARMS episode of Clueless Gamer has over 1.3 million views, generated probably by the insult back and forth that Conan and his guest had. But that doesn't mean any of those 1.3 million views translated into people remembering ARMS or even picking it up. So again, I really want to know if this kind of marketing is effective. And also, how much do they spend to get the game featured on the show? I mean, it's got to be some crazy, ridiculous amount, right? So what do you think? Do you like those episodes? Do you find them entertaining? Do you think they do a good job of promoting the game? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.